What's up, everybody? If you're looking for the top 5 places to live on the Florida Panhandle, then you clicked the right video, so stick around. What's up, everybody? Garret here with Lead Realty. First off, I want to thank you for clicking on this video, and I hope you enjoy everything I have to share with you today. In today's video, we're going to talk about the 5 best places to live on the Florida Panhandle. So I'll go out and say it right now. None of these are in particular order. They're just kind of my favorite places to be as I've moved and lived here on the Panhandle for the last year and a half. So coming in at number 1 is Destin. So without a doubt, Destin might be my personal number 1, actually. It's super fun. It's got a thriving nightlife. You have bars, restaurants, places that are open way into the evening. So if you're out with friends, family, having a good time, you're here maybe on vacation, or you just moved here and you want to figure out what's there to do, head down to Destin. The Harbor Walk is awesome during the day. It's even better during the evenings. They have all the bars and restaurants open. Usually, I don't want to give you all the dates and times, but I would say look it up. But they're all open. You can see right over into the Gulf onto Crab Island over there. It's an amazing time. They've got usually live bands, plenty of different kind of environments and ambiance going on that you'll really have an enjoyable time no matter which way you go to. Also, like I just mentioned that little bit before, is Crab Island. Now, without a doubt, Crab Island is the place to be. Crab Island is just inside the harbor. Basically, it's where everybody kind of gathers on their boats and just parties. It's a hell of a time. Me, my family, my brother, and everybody, we go out there all of the time to just hang out throughout the whole day. It's a ton of fun. It's right there next to Destin, and it's probably what brings everybody there. It's a ton of fun. I can't recommend going out there enough. So please, if you're here in Destin, whether as a tourist or a new resident, hit up Crab Island. It's a blast. So coming in at number 2 is Fort Walton Beach, which is adjacent, a little bit farther to the west, but adjacent to Destin. And the reason I put that as my number 2 is because it's actually personally where I live, and I actually really enjoy it. It's not as hustle and bustle as Destin, even though it's really not, but you are still adjacent to Destin. You have all the amenities. You can get to Destin relatively quickly. It takes about 20 minutes without traffic. And now during the summer months, I will say it does get a little bit busier. Maybe take you 20, 30, 35 minutes to get to Destin because of traffic that backs up onto the Okaloosa Island, as well as maybe coming the other way. So it could take a little bit longer, but really not that bad. But second, it's got an amazing atmosphere. It's a growing town. It's right next to Eglin Air Force Base as well as Hurlburt. So if you are a military, or I guess if you were in the military, it's right where you need to be. It's quick commute times to both bases. You're not too far from either, so you're not looking for extended drives, just to get to and from work every day. Next, it's got affordable housing. It's definitely cheaper than living in Destin, as well as cheaper than living in some of the other places. Maybe you consider like Panama City or Pensacola. So it's a bit cheaper, still decent sized houses. Maybe your single family, 1,500 square feet houses, but it also has opportunities for something bigger or more expensive. You do have places that are along the water, you can get onto, and those obviously houses will be, higher up, 800, 900, a million plus. So you're gonna have those options if you are looking for something like that, but it's also that happy medium between Destin as well as anywhere else. Plus you have access to get up to the highway if you head towards Crestview. So it's kind of like a perfect place, in my opinion, to kind of get anywhere you need while also still having that opportunity to be in a fun place. Even then, it doesn't have quite the nightlife as like Destin, but it still has one. There's a few bars that are right in the downtown Fort Walton Beach area that are always lively, a lot of fun. I personally go to them every once in a while with some of my friends. My personal favorite, Salty Duck, KC's, they're all right there. Plus, if you're familiar with Fort Walton Beach, right in that downtown area where the intersection is, there's a few of the food truck type things that have some acai bowls, as well as some really good coffee and a couple other options. It's kind of a great place. I thoroughly enjoy living here. So coming in at number 3 is Santa Rosa Beach. And without really going into too much detail, Santa Rosa Beach is beautiful. Now, it's a little bit higher up in the price range, but you are getting what you paid for. It is incredible. I don't even know how to describe. It is genuinely a beautiful place to be. You have access to a ton of beaches. In all reality, the whole Emerald Coast is a beautiful beach, but Santa Rosa Beach has plenty of public access to get to some of that white sand, blue water beaches. It's phenomenal. Plus, it's got great, nightlife. It's got incredible restaurants, great places to go out and hang out with friends and family. Much like all the places I've talked about so far, Santa Rosa Beach is definitely a little bit higher up there. it's an incredible place to live and relax. It's highly recommended if you're an investor, maybe looking for something to purchase to have as an investment property, or if maybe you're retiring or you just want to live, a little bit more bougie of a lifestyle. Santa Rosa Beach is definitely the place for you. I personally love it. I wish I could own a place there. I can't quite there, maybe not yet, but I'll be there one day. It's going to be a little bit higher price than maybe Destin. You start to get those houses that are going to be 800, 900, a million plus, all in that area. But it does have some affordable options, but I'd say it's much more of a higher priced area. But you do have access to basically the Destin Commons, which is, again, you start to move west, you'll get to Destin Commons, which is a shopping area. And then if you move east, you have Silver Sands. Silver Sands is a higher end shopping area. It's got a lot of brand stores, things like that. Incredible place to be. I do enjoy walking around there, even though it's window shopping for me. So coming up in number 4 is Pensacola. So Pensacola is pretty much as far west as the areas that I serve, but I do really enjoy being in Pensacola. It's got a lot to do. It's got that bigger city feeling compared to the likes of Destin-Fort Walton Beach. Even as you move into like Santa Rosa, it's a bigger city. It's got a Navy base up there. I know, I can't exactly remember the name, but so you'll get that big city feeling without necessarily being in a massive city. But some of the benefits is it's got a really good school system, so you can be confident in sending your kids to school knowing that they're getting a really high quality education. It's also got still moderately affordable housing. Again, it's kind of got that idea where you have the suburbs towards the outside, so I mean, you're gonna get that typical city type lifestyle when you do purchase in Pensacola. And then finally, again, much like other places, it's got an incredible nightlife. There's tons of stuff to do. There's always activities, there's always restaurants, there's always bars, there's always, something to do. So whether you're a young gun or you're moving there because you've retired or you're a middle-aged person, there's always something for you and your friends and family to do. So never be afraid that you're gonna be bored. And finally, for number 5, this one, if you're local and you're watching this video, might be a little bit controversial, but it's Niceville. And I'll go into a little bit of detail. Personally, it's a growing area. You have a lot of people, a lot of young families that are moving here, especially military, that are finding their homes in Niceville. It's a growing area. They're building a lot. So if you're looking for affordable housing, that might be the place you want to look at. It's not too far from anything. Again, it's really close to the likes of Destin-Fort Walton Beach and all these areas. So you're still really close to everything that you want to be at. So it's not like you're driving 45 minutes to an hour just to get to, the beach. You're still, pretty much adjacent without being, on the beach. But that's why it's a little controversial. People don't particularly would say is like definitely not of a top 5. I personally like it. Again, because it's a growing area, you have maybe larger lot sizes and houses, bigger homes for still a very affordable price, which is the number one thing. Is that, again, this is a real estate channel. We're talking about where you could buy a home, where you could live with your family, or maybe you're single or whatever it may be. You want to find a place where you want to live. I would say definitely check out Niceville. It's growing, so that means there's going to be a lot of different things available for you, whether it's restaurants, bars, and things like that. Plus, you're not paying for the Fort Walton Beach and Destin prices. You're saving a lot of money, which means you can do a lot more with your home, whether you want a yard, whether you want to put in a pool, whatever you want to do. The opportunity there is pretty much endless. Well, that pretty much wraps up my top 5 list of places to live on the Florida Panhandle. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was a little bit of fun. I hope you got a little bit of knowledge of kind of what this area is like. But if you have any suggestions on places that maybe I totally missed out on, you think, hey Garrett, you need to check out these places now. They're a great place to live. Go ahead and leave those in the comments below and I will check them out. And who knows, maybe I'll do a video on them in the future. But if you are moving here, or maybe you already live here and you're looking to sell, go ahead and reach out to me. I'll leave my contact information right here. And you can give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email and I'll be sure to reach out to you. Again, I'm Garrett with Lead Realty and I'll see you next time. Later.